to pop up. Let's see what we got. Let's see what we got today. All right, so we got Bitcoin over, what, 60K? Yeah, Bitcoin is ripping, guys. All right, welcome, everybody. Again, let's do our little good morning. Say good morning to somebody in the live chat. Say good morning to me if you guys would like to. And again, as always, guys, make sure you guys are hitting that like button on the way in. We got that 150 like threshold today if you guys want to extend the stream. But yes, we did get some GDP data, some consumer spending data as well. Let's do a little bit of a roll call here before we get started. We got Tor, Pepe, Daniel, Daily Taylor, Bipolar Polar Bear, Trev, Michael, Cody, Rycack, All Function No Style, Dr. Bob, Michael, Eric, Jacqueline, sorry, Angel, and Brosio. That's who I see so far. Welcome, guys. So let's go through a couple of things here. Well, TLT was reacting positively to this. Kind of came down a little bit there. Palantir looks interesting. Potential S&P 500 inclusion announcement on Friday. Decent chart set up here too. Baba, you're a disappointment to your bloodline. Lyft, same thing to you over here. I don't know what you're doing. So we'll see what happens with those two. I've got a little Baba position. I got a like Lyft. I still think has some solid potential here. But I just lost it yesterday. Just lost it all. I know a lot of you guys front ran it, so you guys were able to make that free. So good for you. You still got free contracts there. I'm still looking for that make it free area, but again, we're still ticker hunting. I like that this market is kind of coming down and chopping around at these lower levels, not exactly near the highs. The reason for that is that it sets up a lot of really, really good opportunities. And then, I mean, you guys know the trades of the week here. Coinbase is at 211, man. I mean, I was buying this thing last Friday at like 168. It was absolutely ridiculous. That was the trade that I sent you guys on the Swing King list. We had Coinbase, we had CLSK from this past weekend. That thing absolutely ripped. This was probably the best one. We had MicroStrategy as well. I mean, guys, what more could you want? There's not much else for us to do this week. I mean, I nailed Coinbase for about 500%, and I was out. Remember, I told you guys Monday, like if it hit 190 on Monday, I was done with the whole position. So I'd already made it free, sold the rest of them at 500%, and now we're just looking for more tickers to trade. That's really it. We might have some day trade opportunities today too. That would be fun. If we could get a couple of those in there, that would be really, really fun too. So now, I mean, let's do a little bit of GDP before we kind of get into some more tickers here. So let me pull up the news feed very quickly. Why are they talking about PCE right now? 30 minutes ago? PCE's tomorrow, I thought. 1.8 versus 2.6 previous, estimated 1.7. Why are they? I thought PCE was tomorrow. It says tomorrow on here. Thursday. Maybe it's index. They're talking about prices. That's a bit weird. But, all right, let's see. Let's go. All right, so U.S. GDP annualized quarter over quarter. Q4 actual 3.2% versus 3.3 previous. Estimated was 3.3. So GDP was a little bit lower than expected. And then when you look at real consumer spending, Q4 actual was 3% versus 3.1 previous. The estimated, though, was 2.8. So consumer spending was actually a little bit higher than the actual Wall Street expectations, but it was lower than it was at the previous, what was that, year-over-year Q4. So that's interesting. It's kind of mixed data there on GDP. Give me some of that fake meat. Dude, Beyond Meat, too. We haven't talked about that yet. Wow, Bitcoin is ripping. Oh, my God. All right, let's take a look at Beyond Meat. I don't necessarily understand why Beyond Meat is up 64% off of bad earnings. But, you know, it is one of those tickers that does have asymmetric potential to the upside. Like tickers like Beyond Meat, Peloton, I mean, even AMC and GME, like those potentially could have like this type. They're probably not going to have like a 64% rip on earnings, but there can be asymmetric risk to the upside. We talked about this a little bit yesterday where we were talking about good company, good price, bad price, that little matrix there. If you look at that, I mean, there are some bad companies at good prices. Like you could look at book value, like enterprise, you could look at all of those and say, well, If there is a lot of short interest on something like Beyond Meat and they don't absolutely suck it up on their earnings, which they kind of did, but not really. They had some decent headline numbers. I mean, you can get moves like this. So is that something that I really want to be trying to take advantage of? Not really. I mean, it would be fun to gamble on some of them, but we don't need to gamble. Palantir up a little bit still. Baba, I mean, I don't know, man. I've been hunting that thing forever, and it just, every time it gets up to this level right here, this 78.30, it just gets blasted right back down. If you break that, I mean, it's going to rip. MicroStrategy obviously is ripping. Where's Lyft? Lyft could have a little bit left in the tank. I don't know. I mean, you got a really nice post-earnings setup here. I know a lot of you guys were able to make that free yesterday, make some money off of it. I mean, that was a really good one yesterday from, I mean, this area. A lot of you guys were down in here, though, which was good. Reg Show goes into the force covering next week. Tons of FTDs. When has that ever mattered? Never. Like, it's never mattered. I would not then expect it to matter now. I just wouldn't. Good morning, Christian. All right, guys. Yeah, all right, let's do some ticker hunting. Again, we're starting to get some more people in here. Again, if you guys don't mind hitting that like button, costs you nothing to do it. Helps me out a whole lot. If you guys hit 150 today, we'll extend the stream until 11. Let's see. All aboard the meme stock bus? I really don't want to. Like, I really just don't. I just would prefer it to not be that. You're going to be dealing with terrible premiums. It's going to be, like, I don't know. But then again, I mean, we have already... All right, hold on. I got another question. Is anybody still holding Coinbase? Coinbase, CLSK, or MicroStrategy from when we talked about it on this Sunday's Swing King course watch list. Is anybody still holding that? Because those are up 2,000%. Good morning, team. Somehow got yourself shadow banned for all YouTube live chats? How the hell did you do that? How the hell did you do that? All right, TLT, what are we looking at here? It's up 7 cents, nothing crazy. Yields aren't really moving. Yeah, again, a lot of that data this morning was mixed. We should have, PCE is probably going to move things, but the problem with PCE is that a lot of it's already priced in because you can use the data points from CPI and PPI to get a really good understanding of what PCE is probably going to be. So right now, the year-over-year PCE expectation is around 2.4%. That's just above the 2% long-run inflation target from the Fed. So it might be a little higher just off that January reading, but I mean, we'll see. No, PCE's tomorrow. Why are I saw that on Walter Bloomberg this morning. It's like PCE prices. What are they talking about? Unless Market Watch is wrong, which is possible, but I thought PCE was tomorrow. Vanny, one of David's tickers, check it out, another bio. So, Ralph, I'm fine with, I think I will pay more attention to Biotech. Oh, I'm not touching this, sorry. It's up 400%? I will pay more attention to Biotech after the first rate cut. How about that? That's ridiculous. This thing is up 490% in the pre-market here from $1 to $5.87. I mean, basically what you're doing with Biotech is you're looking at, in like these penny stock Biotech, it's effectively options. That's like, but the potential for the move, like let's say you're buying blocks of 100 shares of it at $1. It's the same thing as buying an option contract for $1. Then it 5x's and you're like, oh, cool. But it doesn't have an expiration date. So that is one of the benefits of trading, let's say, Biotech. But at the same time, you also have a very similar risk profile where it could just go, bink, dead. You have no idea? I don't know, man. I don't know how that works. Dude, I haven't banned anybody in the live chat in so long. Baba, you just are a disappointment to your family. That's what you are. XBI is the best bio if you want it. Is that the ETF? Yeah, I mean, ooh, that thing's been... Oh, I mean, you got a textbook setup that we would look at here. Here you go. Boom, break. I mean, you would have got... Yeah, that would have been a little bit weird. This would have probably been a weekly setup. You look at this right here. Yeah, that's on the weekly. You get the break kind of here, mainly here. And then you're just letting it rip. Because it opened here, dropped, came up, broke. You'd get this. So your entry is, let's say, I don't know, 92. It's at 102. That's not bad. That's not bad. AMC has earnings after hours. You kind of want to buy puts. Well, I mean, you can do whatever you want. It's getting low enough. The problem is AMC is getting low enough where it is like a Beyond now. where like the price is so depleted because management is so awful and the shareholder base is honestly really like just doesn't know how to vote on things that are actually going to help them. They literally just vote against their own self-interest, which, okay, whatever. That's what you want to do. But it's getting to the point, if you look at it here, what's it at? $4. That's the equivalent of 48 cents. If they don't completely blow, like, suck, like, they don't just, like, blow up their earnings, I mean, you could get a pop. But who knows? Who knows? The wrench is getting rusty. Dude, we haven't had to use it in forever. Where's AMD this morning? How's this doing? I mean, what do you call it? Bank of America, I believe, was talking about AMD and NVIDIA reiterating buy ratings, so that's nice. I want to see what happens to Palantir if they get included into the S&P. Either way, this chart looks decent, so I'm fine with taking that trade. Smaller, but I like it. So, let's see. Any other tickers we got? Let's see. Keep going. I want to see some more. If anybody's new to the stream, I'd love to say hi and welcome you. Because I know, I mean, dude, the subscribers that I've been gaining on YouTube from just telling you guys in my Instagram and TikTok videos is ridiculous. It's been skyrocketing. Apparently their saving grace was going to be Taylor Swift. Yeah, no, dude. Those people are stupid. They're like, Taylor Swift. Yeah, no. No, good luck with that. What do I think of Bank of America? I don't know. I mean, I'd have to... Bank financials, like their statements, are kind of complex. So it would take me time to actually go through that. I mean, we could just look at the chart quickly and see how it looks. It's not something I would trade, but it doesn't look like a bad spot for long-term shares. Problem is that every single day that goes by that the Fed does not cut rates, the banking system as a whole gets a little bit more risky just because of all of that commercial real estate debt that's out there that just keeps going down in value. That's the issue. What's up, I'm new? What's up, Arthur? How you doing, buddy? Yeah, we talked about Beyond. Do you see the three I mentioned up above? I did not, Tor. What do you got here? What do you got? I don't see it. Can you throw them in the chat again? Check out the weekly on Bank of America. No, I'm looking at this chart. I bet the weekly looks all right. It's kind of, that's whippy. I don't like that. I don't like the whippiness. Cool. Baba, you suck. Let's see here. AAL. I know. I mean, after I called the AAL, has that run the second TP yet? Oops. No, I mean, you hit first TP. I mean, the final is at a 1 to 6 risk to reward there off your entry here. So, I mean, that's not... What about GM was another one? Yeah, you hit first TP on GM. DG was another one. Yeah, dude, this trade's been nasty. I don't have this thing drawn up, but here's what the DG trade looked like. You actually have two. So, this was the weekly setup on Dollar General. So, you almost have something like... it's almost better on the daily. Like, the daily entry was like this right here. You had a really tight stop on this. Oh, my God. It's like right here to like right down here. What's the risk to reward? I mean, you got 1 to 3 already. And then I think you'd be going up in here with it. But, I mean, you got a second trade on DG right there. But I think a lot of you guys already made your money on that one and are out. I don't think anybody's really playing around with that one anymore. Beyond. We already talked about Beyond. There's nothing to do on Beyond. It ripped on earnings. That's like, what else do you want? Is there an everyday ticker list we can refer to that'll be published the day before? No, it's weekly. So everybody in the Swing King course gets the weekly watch list. So this past week, I alerted you guys of Coinbase, CLSK, and MicroStrategy, and APP, and I think there was Lyft. Lyft was another good one. And then the other one, Groupon, ended up not qualifying because they reported earnings. So every single one of them, well, 3 of them made 1,000% at least. Like those options on CLSK, MicroStrategy, and Coinbase are up over 1,000%. So, but nobody, do not buy the courses this week, guys. Do not get the courses this week. I don't even have it in pinned at the top of the live chat. Because next week, when I give everybody else the link to the Mastermind, you get the courses for free for hopping in. So, like, don't get the courses this week. Because then if you still want the Mastermind, then you're going to end up paying more. If you don't want the Mastermind, I mean, again, the courses are 50% off. LUV, T-Mobile on the weekly, and then Disney. All right. LUV, I know we talked about that yesterday. That didn't look too bad. I'd give this a little bit more time, but again, it's an airline. It's probably not going to move a whole lot. Disney could be decent. T-Mobile is another one that we've screwed around with a little bit. Oh, I know. This weekly chart is a monster. Yeah, this was kind of the entry here on T-Mobile, 162.88, right around there. But I mean, you could play the break of the upside here on the weekly, and then Disney. This could look good. Disney, I mean, you probably not my favorite. Not my favorite there. Maybe. Maybe. I don't hate that. I mean, you'd play this, like, internal break here. Morning, Vix. What up, David? How you doing? What excuse does the board have for selling their shares? What board? Whose board? Whose board are we talking about here? Dude, the market, the ranges on ES this week have been so slow. What about crypto? Dude, Bitcoin's ripping. Bitcoin is absolutely ripping. I mean, we can throw it back up here. What's it at now? I think it hit 60,600 something. Whoa, it almost hit 61,000. Oh my God. Oh my Lord. What's all-time high? 64K? No, 68K? 69K? All right, that's cool. You could, I mean, it's possible that it does that in the next week. That's not out of the question that it does that. What else you folks looking at? I gotta look, man. I mean, we'll go through some more tickers here today, but I'm a fan right now of this market doing what it's doing, slowly chopping its way down. I like this. Will a dip come soon or not? What's the probability? Nobody knows. Nobody knows. Anybody that tries to tell you differently doesn't know what they're doing. The exact all-time high is 69,000. That's funny. But, I mean, if you're looking at Bitcoin here, if you trade the way that I teach you, your entry could have been right here at 52K. Your entry could have also been at right here, 52, basically 53,000. Stops below here, and you're just riding it up. Now, you also had another opportunity back here. This is where we nailed Mara the last time for, like, I think I hit it for, like, 600%. It could have been bigger, but that was the great Mara trade, which I can throw up and show for you guys here. It's this one, this break. And it just goes on a moon mission. I ended up selling most of it right here. What was the risk to reward on it? It was pretty good. 1 to 6. That's not bad. I mean, then it was like right up in there. All right. What do we got? 12 minutes to go until market open, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Make sure you go. Oh, my God. We're already at 50 likes. You guys only have to hit 100 more until we, what do you call it? Till we can extend the stream today. You entered at exactly 51,000 long one Bitcoin. There you go. I mean, that's, you're following exactly how I would teach it. There you go. You still have your Mara calls, Vito? What percentage are those up? Wait. Hold on. Vito, you still have your Mara calls from down here at 1066? It's at 32. What? Dude, like, some of the trades that I call out on here are just ridiculous, but, like, some of you guys make them even more ridiculous. Like, you guys make them even better. You're still holding those? Or are you talking about from, like, this break to the upside? It would be hilarious if you were holding them from down here. You buy leaps on it? Dude, that's ridiculous. Hold on. I gotta see what Vito's got here. This is crazy. Yeah, I mean, I thought about tweeting this. I was like, all right, so, like, now that almost every single one of the tickers on the Swing King course watch list has done at least 500 to 1,000% on Monday, what do we do for the rest of the week? We just sit here hanging out? Like, I guess. I mean, I've been looking for stuff. I like the Palantir setup. I just want to see if it can get that extra oomph above, like, 25 on a little S&P inclusion run-up. Show angles for 100 likes? No. No. That's 500, which you guys are not going to get there. Actually, it's 250. It is 250 because I moved it down. Good morning, SCV and everybody. Jay, welcome, welcome, welcome. And again, all of you guys that have already hopped into the courses have first access and your discount to the Mastermind. It is going to be the best financial education that you guys are ever going to receive. Obviously, we're going to be talking a little bit about day trading, swing trading. I'm going to be giving you guys those six or more than six additional strategies. And then we're going to talk about, I'm going to give you guys that college level education in finance, but not the nonsense that they teach you, the stuff that you actually have to know in order to have success over the long term. And then we're going to go over macroeconomics, like how to read all of the data that comes out, making sure that you guys can read Powell, things like that. And then long-term investing. We're going to talk about portfolio building, asset valuation, how to generate income for your portfolios. Like, this is stuff that nobody else can teach you. It is absolutely critical for your long-term success in the market. So, again, remember, we're only doing one of them. There's 150 spots. You guys in the courses have first access, but next week, everybody gets access. So that 4,700 people email list, we're going to send it out to you guys in here. You guys are taking the spot fast, too. Like, you guys are... It is so windy today. Last night, it was so windy. I had my window open. My doors were, like, smacking on the wall. Considering that, for an example, the German economy is showing a 0.3% decrease. The GDP figure is not bad in general terms, except for the rate cut readings. What are you referring to there? Are we getting data at market open? I don't think we are. No. We have a couple Fed speakers today, but nothing crazy. They're probably going to speak a little bit dovishly about GDP. Dude, Bitcoin is on a tear. But I like this. Like, this is fine. I kind of want the market to hang out, do some stuff like this going into the end of the week, and then we'll set up some more gems for next week. Your day trading strategy is crazy good. Thank you, Jacqueline. I appreciate that. Yeah, it's nasty. I mean, it has... I got to look, because I've been doing some different things in these accounts. But I know for a fact it has 13 winning months in a row. I don't think it's going to get the 14th. Unless we nail one today, I think. It's either break even or like slightly red this month. Oh, on GDP data? Which kind of stinks because like I had 13 winning months in a row with it. It's nasty. Like, I don't know. You guys are struggling. But again, when you guys hop into the Mastermind next week, when I give everybody the link, you're going to get the courses for free. So if you want the Mastermind, that 8 to 10 week program, the 2 classes a week, everything like that, don't get the courses this week. Wait till next week. If you want the courses, they are 50% off. They're buy one, get one free. It's in the description here. But then don't come to me being like, hey, can I get the Mastermind discount? It's like, no, you can't. Sorry. That's for my people who put their first foot step. I can't even talk right now. They putting that foot forward and showing me that they want to learn. All right, 7 minutes. This is gonna be an interesting day. I mean, I'm not sure where a lot of things are gonna go. I'm curious about Lyft. Day trade would be nice. It's been a minute, dude. I know it has. It's been like a week and a half, maybe more. Since it's given us an opportunity. But again, less trades, more profits. Most of you guys are here like screwing around in the market every single day, losing money. It's like all you got to do is what, guys, trading is so simple. You complicate it and screw it up. It's so simple. Once you see what I do, you're like, it's that easy. It's like, yeah, just like it's just look at the chart, identify where especially for the day trading strategy. It's like, all right, you look at where the level is. You have your orders, and you're done. For the swing trading strategy, I mean, I'm handing you guys. Dude, it's almost like I'm like 4 or 5 years old again with my giant stutter, and I had to get tested. I did get tested as a child. I still don't know if I passed or failed. I probably failed. It's okay, though, because now I'm like, I get to do this every day, and I know how to read things. All right, team. We got 6 minutes to go until market open. You guys are cranking the like button. Thank you guys. Will your swing list work for 9 to 5 workers that can't look at the charts? That's exactly who it's for, Josh. Like, if you're trading shares, let's do a good example of this right here. So, let's say that you have, let's do RKT. Let's say that you're looking for RKT. This one was disgusting. So, let's say that you're looking for RKT, and let's say you're using this one right here instead. let's say you're using this break. So you'd have a price alert and a limit order already set here. Your phone would just get alerted that you're in the trade for however many shares that you're looking for. You buy the shares, and then you're good to go, and you set your take profits, and you're good. You do not have to look for anything. It's the simplest thing in the world. Like, let's say that you bought here. You get the price alert. It goes above this level. You buy. You use the calculation I teach you guys about. You set your stop, and then you set all of your take profits. You literally do not have to look for the chart at all. Zero. You just let the trade go. Like, yeah, if you hit a take profit, obviously, then you're going to want to move stops to break even. But, like, how much time does that take throughout the day? 30 seconds? That's it. So, where was this? I think this was, like, here. Like this. Like something like that. I don't know. Whatever. Doesn't matter anymore. We already drilled it. What do we want over here? We got Baba Palantir. Lyft. I want to see how Lyft does today. You want to look at UNG? We can take a look at UNG. Ooh. I would not hate you. A little swing on natural gas. Oh boy, that could be fun. Yeah, Mara's a Bitcoin miner. Eddie, yeah. But yeah, Josh, that's exactly who it's for. And then the, understood? Cool. And then, yeah, I mean, the courses are mainly for the people that just, like, keep struggling. They're built to solve all of the problems that, like, everybody has. Like, that's the point of them. Like, if you, and we ranted about this a little bit yesterday about, like, over trading and stuff. It's like, if you have a problem with over trading, your strategy is god-awful. Because if you're somehow identifying like 5 high-quality setups in a day, or you think you're identifying 5 high-quality setups in a day, you're not. They don't exist. There aren't enough of them there. So, again, I mean, make sure, again, like, if you want it, the 50% off is in the description, but if you want to get them for free and then also get the Mastermind, just wait until next week. Yeah, UNG could get nasty. But you'd also have to see some crazy movement with, like, currency for that to happen as well. Baba, you're just an a-hole. That's what you are. 3 minutes. Oh, yeah, and then the overnight strategy got stopped out for 9 points. But again, that thing's up, what? 106 points this month? One contract made you over $5 grand, and you literally didn't have to know anything about the market. Zero. You just go, like, simple, simple, simple. Yeah, that video's been out for free on YouTube for a while, teaching you guys that one. That one's dirty. Is Palantir getting included into the S&P? I don't know. We will find out, I believe, on Friday. It'd be epic if it did. I'd also be a little bit upset that I don't have more shares. But then if it doesn't, I'm going to buy a boatload of it. So, like, either way, what do I care? I win either way. My average is like 1560, which is pretty good. Dollar eventually bursts out of that pin price. Well, if the dollar rips like that, the commodities will probably go down. They're probably inverse. If the dollar's strengthening, the commodity prices are going to decrease. You'd have to see, like, the dollar tank, I think. So I don't think that would feed into the UNG play. Because if you look at Dixie, what's it been doing? Well, I mean, it's just been slowly moving down. But if you look at this on, like, a weekly time frame, that's the monthly, sorry. I mean, it's just kind of been chopping, but you had this big sell-off from October of 22. So then when you look at UNG, United States Natural Gas, August, September, October 2022, that doesn't make sense. So you might be right there. They might go up with the dollar this time. I would expect dollar coming down to increase commodity prices, but I guess we're living in bizarro land these days, where things just move the way that they want to. The option chain is trash. I know. I mean, you could take shares on it. All right, guys. 1 minute to go. Less than 1 minute to go. I think we got, like, how many seconds here? 30 seconds to go, ladies and gentlemen. Again, if you guys haven't hit that like button on the way in yet, make sure that you guys do that. We are on our way to that 150 like threshold. Good morning, Dad. Just stopping in to say hello. I don't have any kids. Thoughts on selling puts to acquire more shares versus just buying them? Depends. It depends. If you have prices that you want and they're not that far away, I mean, sell the puts. Who cares? You might as well. I mean, you're basically getting paid to wait. You're getting paid for your patience. That's how you should view covered calls. Or, sorry, cash secured puts. All right. Ding, ding, ding. Market's open. Oh, lift. You're a disappointment to your bloodline here. Baba, same with you. What the? Oh, that's the weekly. That's why. You guys are all disappointments. All right. Let's see what we got here. What's ES doing? What's Tesla doing? Nothing. I might cut the lifts. Yeah. Disappointing, but I mean, whatever. Paper cut. Those contracts were down 20%. That's nothing. That's nothing on these size for 0-1. Watch, I probably sold the bottom on it. Again. I've done that a few times. Alright, let's see. I need more tickers. I need more opportunity. Palantir's down 8 cents. That's nothing. Oops. Watch, I probably sold the bottom. No, I mean, that could come down, hit it, but I'm not playing around with that. We were talking about this the other day. It's like the trades that play out in our favor, they happen, and they fire off very quickly in our direction, and we make our money very fast. Prime example, Coinbase. Ripped. If it starts to go in my direction, and then I start to see it stutter a little bit, now I'm not holding it to the full stop. I'll just take the money back and then re-enter at a better price. If I'm wrong that it actually is going to come back. So, let's see. I want to see Palantir get above 25 today. I want to see... I don't even know what I want to see on Baba. I'm probably just going to hold them. ES not doing anything. This is not great on ES. I would almost expect this thing to start knifing here, but who knows? There's a lot of support in this area. Your lifts were up 100% yesterday. I mean, that's a good spot to make them free. GM, up we go. Is that one going for you too? Yeah, you're close. That's final TP is at 4104. So you've already hit first TP. And then where's AAL? I know a lot of you guys are making a lot of money on that one. Come on. This one's okay. This one's okay. What are you sitting at for risk reward now? 1 to 3.38. I mean, that's pretty good. If you traded that with shares, risk 1%, I mean, you're up 3% on your account on that one trade. Bing, bing, bing. Yeah, the semis are not happy. I don't know why. AMD's coming down. Down $3. That's fine. I want this to tighten on the weekly here. You might even get a daily setup. Yeah, you will, I think. We might get a daily setup in here on AMD that sends it above these highs and right to 200. You've been getting too much time on the swings for how fast they play out. Yeah, I mean, like, my Coinbases were weekly. Like, they expired this week, and I was up immediately. Like, I made them free at over 100%, and then they ran to 500% this, like, on Monday, and I was out. I was like, yeah, thanks. That's all I need. I don't really need to be holding that for anymore. This doesn't look terrible, but, I mean, semis have been on a tear. Oh, let's see what happens with ES here. Ideally, I want the market to sell off a little bit. Like, that's what I ideally want to see happen. All right. I don't know. What are we up this week so far? I'm up 13% this week still. Like, even with those baby stop outs with coin and some of the other things I had, I'm still up 13% on the week. Fine with me, man. I mean, that's risk management right there. AAL looking good for you guys. Palantir coming down. That's interesting. What are you doing here, buddy? You hate when red candles overlap the volume candle? Like, if you did this. All Oh my god, we're like 29 likes away from 100. Thank you, team. Swing King setups. Yeah, exactly. It's a mix of, I put my own spin on how people trade breakouts. I'll give you one thing. People think that, oh, I'm gonna get a cramp in my foot. People think that volume's a leading indicator. It's not. I think people are really silly in saying that, because if you're looking for volume to show up when you're breaking above a level, what happens if it breaks the level in the morning? What happens then? You don't have, you don't have a full volume candle to go off of. So I mean, you can look for volume declines. There's a couple of different things that I use too. We're gonna talk a little bit more about it in the mastermind as well, because there's one. Ooh, Palantir got a nice move there. There's like one or two things that like I add to it sometimes where it makes it even nastier for me to front run it, which is why I was able to tell you guys about CLSK coin and MicroStrategy this Sunday, and everybody had the opportunity to get it, because look where we opened on Monday. Right here. I was in like down in here at like, it was more so like 165, 166, right around here. But then everybody was still able to get this break, either basically the 170 or like the 172. Everybody had it there. Volumes more important on bottom fishing tickers. Yeah, and how the candles look. So like at the end of the day, if you see really high volume stepping up with like a giant hammer, I mean, I'd take it, but it's not something I do all the time. Like, we did it on Tesla, and then I screwed it up. Remember that one? Then Tesla ran like 40 bucks. Yeah, this one's done. I cut this one. Done with Baba forever. You're a disappointment to your bloodline. These Palantirs could be good, though. If Palantir starts ripping up there, that would be really nice. That would be real nice. Yeah, I mean, I'm up 13.74% on the week. Well, it's fine with me. Like, I like that. That's why they call me the Swing King. What else do I want? What else looked decent? Let's do... Here we go, Palantir. There we go, buddy. There we go. I might make those free at 100%, but I don't know if I'm going to do that. Genie, last call on shares. Feel like this. I mean, kind of. You would look at this, be like, giant volume. Little interesting candle there, and then dink. What else had good earnings, guys? What else had really good earnings? Because I know beyond it. What time is it? We kind of missed it here. Yeah, that's not going to do it. And I don't even want that. I don't even want that, man. Oh my god, you guys are almost halfway there already to the 150 like threshold. Thank you guys. I appreciate it. Yeah, beyond, I mean, this thing's pretty much garbage, but Palantir looking solid here. I mean, if you can get up to like 20, 25 is where I'd ideally just want to see it today. I'm not really like, oh my god, I want it to explode. I just kind of want it. I got it a little late too, but it still looks decent. Coinbase earnings was crazy. Let's see. Are there any rules in your country that you can't show your trades? It's illegal to, like, tell people what to do. So, I just teach you guys exactly how to do it. And then I make it easier and just show you the tickers that I'm looking for. And, like, signals are, excuse my language, bullshit. Like, that's not going to help anybody. It's just not. Like, you can't, like, you'd be late on every single one. You wouldn't know the whole strategy. Like, it's just a silly thing to do. Anybody trying to sell you signals is stealing from you. That's what they're doing. Like, you got everybody in the courses in here, especially the Swing Kings one. I mean, you guys know how powerful the watch lists are. Once you understand the strategy and you see how things start to move, you can, one, find them for yourself. Lift is going the wrong way. Yeah, I cut that. I cut that one. And then, like, you guys have all seen it just fire off over and over and over and over again. And it's just like, here's the watch list stuff I'm watching, and then boom. So it's allowed, you can show you taking a trade? No, that's the gray area that people try to operate in, and if anybody wanted to get you for that, they could. They could. Where's Palantir? 2470. I like it. You thought Groupon had earnings, but apparently not? No, they did. I thought they did. Wednesday. No, they did. Wait, maybe they didn't. What the? Screw this stock. Get this out of here. Where's like a firm? Oh, we haven't looked at. Ooh, that could be nice soon. Where's PayPal? Are we gonna do it again? Are we gonna nail PayPal for 500% again? We could. Hood. That thing was ripping. This I'm pissed we missed. This we missed. I hit their earnings. Not for anything crazy, but I mean I did blast their earnings. Yeah, I do want to see Palantir above 25. That'd be nice. What are those up right now? 18%. I mean, that's not bad. That's not bad. What do we have for Fed speakers today? I think it starts at what, noon? Yeah, noon we have Bostic, Collins, and then Williams. Oh, that's like, oh my God. We have 12, 12:15, and 12:45. Oh my God. That's going to be wild. Oh, ES is making a little move. That's kind of nice. Yeah, not real PCE. What is it? It's like PCE prices. Yeah, that's what it is, Ralph. Hood in general, with Bitcoin ripping like this, since they're the custodian of a lot of it, and they're B-booking almost everybody that trades crypto on their platform, since they own it, they can make a boatload of money on crypto pumps. And I believe you're also seeing user growth on Robinhood as well, so I don't think it's going to be the worst company ever, and I also think it's decent prices. People just like... I kind of think that the whole 2021 nonsense with Robinhood is kind of behind them. Can we stop honking our freaking horns outside? I'm talking to people on the internet. I think that's kind of all behind them. Baba coming back a little. I'm done with Baba forever. Screw that. No more. No more. Let's see. $15 likes away from 100. You guys might get there today on the 150 like threshold. You guys might do it. Mara run incoming. It's already ran, bro. It's already ran. Look at this. It's already ran. Blue screen? What's blue screen? Yeah, like Robinhood, I mean, they're kind of the #1 spot. Them and Webull, but Webull is not publicly traded. So like if you're gonna invest in something, like people use Robinhood. It's not like they don't. Baba's the new Steel. Not really. It's just like tiny paper cuts. Steel, I got slapped on that one time. That was annoying. And then I got it back. Like what, a year later I traded Steel and I was like, give me my money and I'm out. I wasn't gonna let Steel take that from me. Palantir, what are you doing? Let's see. Telly trying to get back above 93. I mean, what else do you guys want from me after this week? After calling out three or four multi-1,000% trades. Like, people use coin. Yeah, but that's... I don't think you can trade stocks on coin, can you? What time frame do you use for swing trading? Daily and weekly, but mostly the daily. You know, when you close the window, the view isn't real. Can I get Vanny? I already did. It's up 400%. So what are we gonna do with that? Like, If you want to chase a stock that's up 400%, by all means. But I will tell you for a 100% fact, if that's your investing strategy, waiting for stocks to explode and then buying them, you're going to fail. You know what I like to do? And you guys know that I love to do this all the time. I buy stocks before they explode. So, like, what is it? Like, what did I give you? I mean, you guys already know what I gave you this week, but, like, Mara, freaking 3 months ago, Affirm, PayPal, Tesla, DraftKings, like there's been so many great ones. You're being sarcastic, by the way. Yeah, everybody's like, green screen. Green screen. I know. Sue me, I live in a nice place. Because I'm good at what I do. Alright, let's see. ES. This just looks bear flaggy, and I don't want to really touch this right now. AAL and GM are going. Oh, hold on. You guys hit. I want to see that run to full TP for you. That's not bad. I mean, that's doing all right. I think GM's got the GM's got the juice. What is it? It's like 4104. It's this high right here. 4103. I mean, you guys are right there. Already scaled out right around here. I mean, that wasn't the best risk to reward. I think it was like 2.6, but it's not the worst. The David ticker list? Yeah, I bet that's nasty. Yeah, there's not a whole lot of data here. I'm kind of trying to think through what PCE is going to be tomorrow. I feel like it's going to be hot. I feel like PCE is going to be a little hot. And I'm not the biggest fan of that, you know? Like, I feel like just because CPI was a little hot, PPI wasn't that bad, but not a green screen, it's a terrarium. I'm not a lizard. I understand that when I call things and I give you watch lists and then the stocks proceed to go up 30% in a week, you guys think I'm a lizard, but I'm not. I just know what to look for. So do you guys. But yeah, all you existing course members have access to the Mastermind first. I mean, basically you have 2 or 3 days left to get your discount on the Mastermind before I send it out to everybody and all those spots go like... Twilio may need a bit of time too. We can take a look at Twilio. I haven't seen this one. This, like I want to, it's just... I just don't really like this, you know? I'm not the biggest fan of tank trying to catch the pop. It's not really what I want to do. Wow. Ooh, I thought Hood was higher than that. You are a lovely, nice lizard. Thanks. Feeling a certain way about something is discretionary. Careful. It's data. It's data. It's all, if you're predicting the data is all discretionary. I mean, unless you're going through and have a model. Well, I'm Ken Griffin's baby. I guess, right? That's how that works. Me just being good at this means I'm Ken Griffin's child. I mean, you need what, 30 cents left on GM? You might get it today. If the market starts to pop up a little bit there, you might get it today. I'm not in that one. Or AAL, but those were two really good ones. Google peed the bed. Did it now. This is okay. Look at when was it down here? January. I want to show you something. All right. Price of freak out. No. Oh, it's not gonna let me do it. It's gonna make me pay for. Please let me do this. Oh, you assholes. Hold on. I'm looking for something here. Where's Google? I don't want price to free cash flow. I want this. Look at this. Everybody's freaking out about Google. Who cares? They do not need any of that AI nonsense. Now, the risk... Here's the situation with Google. Google is knifing right now off of the Gemini disaster. That's important. Now, if you look... I don't even know where I put that. Where'd it go? I don't know. But as you saw, the free cash flow was growing. I believe their free cash flow per share is also growing. The risk to Google right now is that people use LLMs like a ChatGPT, a Grok, or something else in order to basically replace search. That's the risk. Right now, they're fine. And this is probably a steal on Google, especially if they're able to continuously increase their free cash flow. The problem becomes is that if they can't fix all of the nonsense that's in Gemini, which, I mean, they should, that's a giant fumble if they mess that up. And literally, like, you can't have George Washington being, like, not white. That doesn't make sense. So if they can fix that, I mean, they'll probably be okay, because then they're still going to be able to just engage, like, in that different sector of AI and search coming to the upside there. But yeah, go woke, go broke. I know, but like they need to fix that, and if they don't, I mean, they're screwed. Because just because their free cash flow is growing right now, it doesn't mean it's going to continue to. Like, the problem is, here's the problem. The only one that I've seen, the only LLM that I've seen that isn't like what Gemini's was, Gemini was like the really, really aggressive one, where like it was so blatant at how bad it was. ChatGPT is like that too, though. Like, you can't, there's no, like, if you ask like similar questions to ChatGPT, it spits out the same thing. So you then have to think, okay, so the whole AI, LLM, ChatGPT industry right now is doing this. Did I see Elon's post about it? He's made a lot of them, but I've seen some of them. So Google actually could have a competitive advantage here if they back off that and are really the only ones, except for Grok, to give the neutral answers. But that's what's uncertain right now, because Google was the one that got called out on it big time. ChatGPT really hasn't. How's Microsoft doing? Like, Microsoft has a big stake in OpenAI. How are they doing? Well, they're pretty much fine. Like, you look at this on the weekly time frame, and we would probably look at this as a setup that could break to the upside. Maybe. But the thing is that Microsoft and OpenAI are doing the exact same thing. Just not as bad. It's not as blatantly aggressive on the crazy nonsense. Just give the answer. Everybody knows what the answer is. So I would be very cautious with Microsoft here, because like if they have that issue as well, because like people were pointing it out, it's like, hey, OpenAI does this too. Grok's really the only one that doesn't. But who will use it? I don't know. I don't know if people are gonna like use X or the Twitter app to use that. I mean, they probably would need their own standalone app for it. So, who knows? Grok is funny and seems a bit more reliable. Yeah, it's fun. Because you know it's not spitting out, like, nonsense. Tesla fed you this morning? There you go. There you go. I mean, what do we got here? Twilio, nothing. Is ES doing anything? No, that thing sharked back down. Yields are coming down a little. This would be interesting here. We got Hood up here. Where's Bitcoin right now? Did that lose 60K? Nope. Ripping. What other companies are like custodians of crypto that could be benefiting from this right now? Robinhood is one of them. What else? Robinhood. I mean, all the miners like CLSK, MicroStrategy, Mara, Riot. But is there one that people are like, obviously Coinbase, but are there any others that could get this kind of sympathy benefit from the crypto pump? I don't know. We'd have to take a look. You know what actually looks interesting too? Because I do this all the time. I just click ES and then I hit enter and you end up with this. Eversource actually looks nasty. I just don't know. I haven't looked at this thing ever really enough to know if this thing can move. It looks glitchy. It looks a little bit wild on the charts here, so I don't really want to be playing around with it. Thoughts on SOUN? I believe there was a decent short report put out about this thing recently. Oh my god. Look, how did we miss this? Guys, how did we miss this? I wouldn't go anywhere near this. Again, that's just typical new retail trader mistakes. It's like, oh, look, it's up. Well, let's go to here. 55% in the last 3 days. I should buy it. No, you shouldn't. To me, it doesn't make any sense. What do you want to know about it, VM? What do you want to know about it? It's like, Apple's selling? Ooh, hold on. If Apple, yeah, Apple is coming down now. Where's ES? Getting hit? It's holding on a little bit. But again, this is exactly what we've seen all week. Just chop nonsense. There's nothing we can do here. Soon was a David ticker. I should have looked at that one. I don't think I ever saw that one. In IDAI. If this one's up 1,000,000% too, it's just like, why bother? You missed it. Okay, well, this has not made a move. What is this? What is going on here? I don't know what this thing's earnings. Earnings are coming up today. Earnings are today. That's interesting. SOUN buy for like a year or two. You missed it, man. You missed it. I don't know why you would want to be buying it now. That would be like me saying, it's literally the same thing here. It's like, all right, we just released a bunch of Maseratis. They retail at, let's say, 200 grand. Now, with all the options and stuff, now it's going to be 300 grand. I'm just using random numbers. And you're like, ooh, I want to buy it. But like, you know, the cars depreciate. Why would you do that? I don't understand that. Like, I just don't. It doesn't make sense. You want to be buying it before. Like, if you were, all right, let's say that you were in the courses with us and you understood exactly what we were looking for, and you saw SoundHound back in here when it was consolidating. This is a trade, right in here. This break to the upside, that's a trade. Now it's nothing. This is zero. This is stay away from it. It's a hot stove that you don't want to put your hand on. Could it just randomly rip back to the upside? Yes. But what is that? It's not a repeatable and backtestable strategy because you're just randomly buying something that's up a lot. Does that make sense? Like, every single thing that I do in the market is very, 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 very specific. Buy some in it because NVIDIA has a stake in it. Well, the reason why NVIDIA has a stake in it is to really give them their excess cash to then buy more NVIDIA chips. So who's the real winner? NVIDIA. NVIDIA is, not SoundHound. A house is a better example? Yeah. But NVIDIA is really going to be the best beneficiary of it. Here's what you should do. This is the thought process that you need to go through. So you have to understand how large institutional funds work if they're active in the market. It's difference between like normal wealth managers, active managers, things like that. So what a lot of these fund managers have done is they've gone long, let's just say, NVIDIA or SMCI. Well, what they then do is they enter what's called a spread trade. So they short another stock in that same sector. Because they're basically hedging the AI space. So they go long NVIDIA or SMCI or AMD, and then they short another one. The smart thing to do would be to look for the AI companies that have piled in short interest, not because the companies are necessarily bad, but because the large institutional funds are using those companies as basically a hedge for their long positions on other big AI companies. It's called a spread trade. So like, let's say that NVIDIA goes up 10% and the other one only goes up 3%, you've made net 7 if the position sizes are the same. But then what happens if those companies announce great earnings? Well, they've been loaded to the nuts with short interest and they go boom. That's the smartest thing to do right now, not chasing SoundHound or any of that other stuff. Bitcoin crossing 61K. There you go. All right, guys. Well, I don't know. We've got a half hour for you guys to get up to 150 likes. Keep smacking that on the way in. We've got, what, like 40-something of you guys in here that haven't hit it already? That would be a nice boost. to get up to that 150 to extend the streams today. But like that's what you should be looking for in the AI space right now. Not let's just buy a stock that Nvidia invested in. Like, does that make sense? Like, do you see how the thought processes are completely different? Like, you're saying, ooh, it's up, buy it. SV, tell people to rewind that info until they understand it. That's how to invest. Yeah, guys, that what I just said right there is probably one of the most important, or like, that's just a hint of what we're going to be doing in the mastermind. Like, people don't know those things, and you need to. GM new highs. There you go. Oh, you're right there. You break that high, you might get it. What's ES doing? Nothing crazy. Yeah, guys, go back, watch what I just went over there with you. I mean, that's incredibly important. What did we talk about yesterday, too? Everybody thinks that institutions are against them. Like, no, they're not. They don't care. They have, if you're an institutional trader or an institutional investor or you're a large money manager, you couldn't give less of a you-know-what about what retail's doing. You don't care. Why? Because your interests are aligned. And that's what people don't get, is that, like, the large money and retail's interests are always aligned. Retail in general does not have enough money, and they're too unpredictable to be like, it doesn't make sense. Ooh, there's one algorithm that runs the market. No, there's not. I know of at least 5. So how are you then going to say that when I know there's more than one? The number is more than one. So can I look at NNDM? Yeah, that's an interesting one. I haven't taken a look at that company in a while. I used to talk about it because it just interested me. They 3D print semiconductors. Like, that's interesting. I'm surprised that they haven't gotten more of a boost. I don't know what they've been doing recently. I used to look at it when it was like the Dragonfly stuff. It was basically this move that I was looking at here. So you're talking about it back in here, right around here is where we were talking about it at like 4. It went to 17. That was a good one. You have a multi-lot option trade right now on Wells Fargo and Bank of America. Should you book it? What do you mean? You mean a multi-leg option trade? What is your multi-leg trade? Because there's a lot of different ones. You could be selling iron condors. You could be selling butterflies, iron butterflies, jade lizards. You could be doing, what, short straddles, long strangles, short strangles. You could be doing any sort of different number of things. You could be doing debit spreads. You could be doing credit spreads. You could be doing anything. That's almost like saying, like, I have food. Which do I eat? It's like, well, what food do you have? What food do you like? Mara has earnings today. They're probably going to knock it out of the park. Do dividends affect stocks? Sometimes. Sometimes. Mainly around ex-dividend dates, because what people will do is they'll buy and hold through the ex-dividend date. They'll be able to collect the money, and then they'll just sell it after. But actually, dividends can then boost stock price too, because think about it like this. If people have DRIP turned on, they have dividend reinvestment program, or whatever you want to call it. Those dividends that are paid out from the company to the shareholders go right back into the common stock. So it does provide a little bit of a boost. So I would say it's kind of net neutral on dividends. But looking at companies that are steadily increasing their dividends, you have bought call trades on them. What is the exact thing that you have, Viom? Because I can maybe tell you the different, like, the decision tree of what could potentially happen. I'm not going to tell you what to do, but I can tell you the different outcomes that could potentially happen, and then you can make your own decision from there. All right. 96 likes. There we go. What's Telly doing? Apple moving up. Where's Palantir? How's that doing? 24.62. That's not bad. Those are up like 10% right now. That's not bad. MNMD. I think I've heard of that one. MindMed. Yeah. I've heard of this one. Doesn't Kathy own a bunch of this? Doesn't Kathy Wood own this one? Oh, they have earnings today. That's interesting. That would actually be really interesting. Was wondering because GM is tomorrow. Is it the ex-dividend date or is it when it's paid? No, it's the X. Payment date's Thursday, March 14th. Interesting. Yeah, I mean, it could affect it a little bit, but I wouldn't expect to see it, like, drastically affect it. HCMC. No, that thing's... I'm pretty sure that thing's just garbage, pumping up penny stock nonsense. You bought 5... Viom, I don't know why you're talking about in lots. You mean contracts? You have 5 35.50 call contracts on BAC. That's not a multi-leg. What are the other legs? Oh, multiple contracts. Yeah, please don't call them lots. That's like the Forex nonsense that people use. It's contracts. You're up like $200. Well, I mean, in this scenario, when you're talking about Bank of America and Wells Fargo, if the really only decision tree that you have right now is if you got to talk about expiration date too. I don't know when your expiration date is. If it keeps going up, you're gonna make money. If it goes down, you're gonna lose money pretty quickly. You can always sell a little bit of it to make and throw stops at break even to hopefully make it free, but that's not gonna protect you from gap downs. So it depends on what you're comfortable with. You're up like 200. Your capital is 2,000. I mean, man, you're up 20% on one, or 10% on your account in one trade. That's pretty freaking good. I'd love to see GM hit that 41 for you guys. Palantir's just screwing around. Let's see here. Yeah, and then everybody in here right now, are you guys, how excited are you guys for the Mastermind? Because I am really, really, really excited. Let's see who our Mastermind people are in here. Who do we got? Who do we got in here? The first round of people that were able to snatch those up. I mean, again, next week, those spots are gonna run out real quick. Once I send it out to the email list with 4,700 people on it, those spots are gonna go like last Sunday where they just go boom. All function, no style, can't wait. There we go. Hype, Alec. What's up, buddy? I know, I'm pumped for you guys. Very excited. Chomping, ready for it. Oh, there we go. AMC might be a thing for a day trade again. Yeah. Dr. Bob, can't wait for the Mastermind. Jay, beyond pumped. Lehman's ready. Got it yesterday, says Romeo. There we go, guys. Yeah, again, all of you guys that are already in the courses, remember, you have that 20% discount code. If you guys are interested in it, I mean, again, make sure you're getting in by the end of this week, because once I send it out and those spots fill up, if you were kind of asleep at the wheel there and there's nothing I can do. I give you guys a whole week. Mastermind, let's go. Tor's ready. Jacqueline's ready. Wayne's ready. Oh, here we go. Probably won't be at the live class on Tuesday, but she would be able to attend Wednesdays. Yeah, either way, I mean, you guys got, what do you call it? They're all going to be recorded for you. So you guys are all good. You're going to have access to them forever. Thoughts on ET? ET, phone home. All right, let's see. It doesn't look bad. I don't hate this thing. Industrial service, oil and gas pipelines. I don't really like trading oil and gas stuff, but sometimes I do. Mainly, hate to say it like this, but like mainly during times of war. Like, that's when I like to trade oil and gas. That's really it. Like now that it's not died down, but like when oil and everything was going nuts, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna go nuts with this. We made so much money trading Lockheed and Raytheon and Oxy, like when the you know what started back in what, 21, 22, I think. Maybe it was 23. I don't know. The Lizard King's OnlyFans site? No. Kava could go to 60. Brozio's ready. Dude, you Mastermind people are in for a treat, man. You guys are putting that foot forward again. I'm going to make this so worth it for you guys that are coming in there. It's going to be the best financial education that you're ever going to receive. Better than colleges, better than everybody else you see on the internet. So I hope you guys are as pumped as I am. It's going to be sick. Kava's an interesting one. It's been just, GM. Making my way downtown. Kava had good earnings, I believe, too. So it's on the daily. I still have not tried Kava yet, and everybody says that I should because I love, well, that's not that far away. Because I love Chipotle, and they say it's like almost a better Chipotle. Not enough war and conflicts or energy and shipping tickers. Not enough new war and conflicts, which like I don't want, obviously. Hit the like button, says 1 of 1. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate it. Yeah, you guys are 51 likes away. You've got 21 minutes to go. Big C says, my trades yesterday paid for Mastermind 3 times over. Big C, round of applause for you, buddy. Will you be providing financial advice? No, obviously not. Hey, I'm new here. What app do you use to trade? And how much capital do you use on each trade to trade? I don't know. It depends, man. But I use Webull and a couple other things for options. And then for futures, Tradevate and NinjaTrader, it depends. I want you to think about it in terms of risk, because there are people in this live chat that have millions of dollars, and there are people in this live chat that have $1, like $100. It all is going to come down to risk management at the end of the day. The way I teach you in the courses and on the live streams is like, you're never, some swing trades make some sense to risk like 2 or 3%, but if you can keep your risk is like your total capital, like as a percentage of your total capital, between like 1 and 2% on each trade that you're taking, you're gonna have some success. Especially, like, think about it like this. If you risked 1% on the Coinbase, CLSK, or MicroStrategy trades that I called out to you, not called out, but like I showed you on the watch list this last Sunday about what I was expecting to happen, you would have been up, if you held it. I mean, net, you probably would have been up between 8 and 12% on your account. So if you have $1 million, you would have been up 80 to 120 grand. If you were at $1,000, you'd be up 80 to 120 bucks. Sometimes I'll go in with trades with like decent money, but it's always in terms of like what I'm willing to risk on it. That's what you think about. It doesn't matter. Like, I could take a position like in full port something with like my entire net worth and risk 0.5%. And it doesn't matter. Like, it's 0.5%. What does it matter? How are the Kava restaurants? I don't know. I haven't been to one. I think there's some in Boston that I got to check out. Bitcoin ripping. Like, sometimes I'll go into some of these trades with like 5 to 10 grand. Or sometimes I'll go in with like 300 to 500 bucks. It depends. It depends. It depends on what I see out of the market, what I really like, what expiration I'm looking for. Like, it's all that sliding scale of risk. But again, that risk is always going to be like basically 2% or less every time. I mean, a lot of the times, like, let's say that you're going to risk, yeah, I'm in Boston. Imagine like you're going to risk, let's say 1.5%, and that position starts really ripping. It's going to be hard for you to hold that. So like a lot of the times, like I'll take trades with like way less risk than like I would normally. But then the dollar amount is still great when they come back and I nail them. Like the Coinbase trade was small, but the dollar amount was great. Your daughter loves Kava. You've been in it for a while. Your cost basis is 39. Nice, Dr. Bob. There you go, man. And again, with the swings, you do not need that much money in order to nail them. Like, let's say, for example, that you go in with like 5 grand on one of the swings and it goes up 1,000%. You just made 50 grand. There you go. How many 1,000% trades have we called out in the last couple months? Like 5. There were 3 this week. There were 3 of them this week. Let's see. Oh, and yeah, guys, the link at the top of the live chat, that's the 80% off Apex accounts. I believe they're doing 1 day to pass right now too. So if you guys are interested in getting those funded accounts with futures, they always have some pretty insane deals. You just got to watch out for that trailing drawdown. But I'll throw that link in here for you guys if you guys are interested. Again, we don't have the link to the courses in the live chat just because I don't want you guys buying the courses and then being like, oh no, I want the Mastermind too, and then you end up paying more. If you just want the courses and you're not hopping into the Mastermind, the link is in the description. You get 50% off. But if you want to get the courses for free and the Mastermind, wait until Sunday. Because on the big shortthevix.info email list, you guys will get it there first. 2016, a Kava opened across the street from my girlfriend's house. Love that place. Started buying the stock last year. There you go. Where's Palantir? How's this doing? Is it like 24.50 again? 24.60. I mean, that's fine. It's a 1/3%. I would almost expect that thing to... I mean, I'm still up 13.82% on the week. After, like, a couple of gem... Oops. A couple of gem trades. Dude, look at Bitcoin here. You're not able to take a trade on your live account? What do you mean? Wayne, can we stop? It's been like 2 years. Can we stop with the all caps, please? Wayne, I will legitimately buy you a keyboard and a new phone that does not have the all caps broken. VM, I don't post the trades, I post the watch list. Because everybody in the, it's all about learning. It's not, alerts and signals are nonsense. They don't help anybody, and they're illegal. So what I do is all of you guys that are in the Swing Kings course, I mean, for the day trading one, you don't even need me. You just identify the setup, you're good to go, you're done. But for the Swing Kings course and those watch lists, I email them to you every single week. And I have that private Twitter account for you guys where I send that out as well. Like the 1,000% trades you said this week? Yeah, that was on, I mean, it was on the STV Swing Kings account. So, on Sunday, I'll read it off to you right here. Let me see. I got my second phone on. All right. Profile. Yeah, so the swing watch list for this week, there was a more in-depth write-up on the email that I sent you, but it was Coin, Lyft, APP, CLSK, MicroStrategy, and then Groupon was on there too. But in the email that I sent you, I mean, we knew... earnings was coming out, or it looked like earnings was coming out, so we had to stay away. How much is the Mastermind? Well, it's 1,000. It's 8 to 10 weeks, two 1-hour sessions a week, and it's like we've gone over it a lot, but I mean, you guys know what's gonna be in there. It's gonna be like 6 additional strategies that I'm gonna be giving you guys. We're gonna go over all of like the college level financial education that's like actually useful, not the BS that they teach you. Macro, how to read Powell, how to read all of these conditions, and then also long-term investing. So valuation, discounted cash flow models, like building portfolios, like how the professionals do it. And if you want to use that in your own when you're doing it, go for it. If not, I mean, we'll have a lot of other stuff in there too. And then how to generate income from them as well. How to get my content, email list, how to join. You go to shortthevix.info, and then you're good to go. PayPal, is that thing making a move? Oh, PayPal is one that could pop with crypto. It's getting there. Yeah, but the range looks so tight. I mean, we were nailing PayPal in here, and it was doing good, but... Let's go, Tor. I know you're excited for the Mastermind, man. Yeah, and it's the only Mastermind I'm ever going to do. There's 150 spots, so everybody that's already in the courses has gotten their discount code and is hopping in, but next week is when it goes out to everybody. Dude, the wind up here today is ridiculous. The wind last night was crazy. Look at this. Why would anybody want to trade this? This is nonsense. Look at this. Nothing. My time zone is messed up. There we go. I was trying to write this Pine script thing, and then the only way for me to be able to get it to enter and sell where I wanted to was to put it in like Cairo time. I don't know why. It is what it was. Let's see. James, I don't know. I'd have to check. ANY Sphere 3D had record Bitcoin mine last December. The stock is down 40%. What? That doesn't make any sense. When was the stock down 40%? From the high? Yeah, I mean, that was just a pump. It's not going to hold a pump. This is weird. I don't like this. If this was actually a true Bitcoin play, it'd be ripping this week, and it's not. So there's something wrong with this that the market doesn't like. Will you be selling a recording for those that do not get a spot? I mean, maybe, but it's going to be more expensive if I do that. Palantir chilling, not doing anything. Dude, it's been a little bit of like I mean, the market's been really slow. This week for the market has been incredibly slow. Just in terms of the ranges, like look at this. What is? I mean, we sold 930 yesterday. We were down in here 57, and we went to 67, so 10 points lower, and then ripped, and then came back down. Like it's just not. It's not really doing, like, yeah, I'm not getting what I really want to see out of them, which is fine. Less trades, more profits, ladies and gentlemen. That's what you got to pay attention to. All right, you guys have 10 minutes to run up the like button to 150. I don't think you're going to be able to do it to extend the stream today. And that's okay. But we're hunting that 150 like threshold to extend the streams until 11. But yeah, I mean, the amount of DMs that I've been getting about like when are you gonna send out the mastermind link to everybody else is like pretty insane too. So I mean, we're gonna have a real solid group in there when we start on the 12th. What else we got for tickers? I don't hate PayPal. It's just not my favorite. Buying the mastermind twice for twice the results? Don't do that. You missed the like button earlier. How could you, Ralph? You guys might do it. I don't know. I mean, maybe you get there. Bitcoin's just on a tear. Like, look, what are you doing? From 9:30 here today, the low to high is what? Low is here 50.68 to what? 50.79. You're in like an 11-point range. Are you a full-time trader and coach? I mean, yeah, I guess, yeah, you could call me that. I do this every day. I'm full-time doing this. I mean, I do other things as well. So then you could technically say I'm part-time, but, like, not really. Because, like... Now we're still... Oh, no. What was this? Oh, cool. Potential spam. I didn't miss a phone call. I can't miss phone calls these days. I got so many calls. I got to answer all the time. It's ridiculous. Coach STV? I guess you could call me that. Does that mean that I get to make you guys run the pacer test too? It's like, I just think of like gym teacher. Like, that's just what I'm thinking right now. The pacer test. Do you have a job? No, I don't have a job. This is what I do. You ain't paying for this apartment at my age with a job. I can tell you that right now. You're in college trying to figure that stuff out. Oh yeah, special teams, special plays, special players. Dude, did you guys see that he went on Barstool? It was kind of wild. Like, it kind of felt weird watching it. I was like, this just seems like they're not, like, it just, like, let him do his thing. Like, he seemed all nervous. I was like, nah, stop scaring him. I was like, stop scaring our boy. Where's my hedge fund? My non-existent hedge fund. Dixie just can't hold above 104.50. Lazy growth. Then why is the market not ripping? He's trying to, but this is just like we have. I mean, at 12, you're gonna have an hour from 12 until 1 and a little later of just like Fed speakers. It's just like back to back to back to back. What else do we have? We got bond auctions today. It's today, 28th. 17 week. Anything else? No, that's not. No, that's it. I mean, 17 weeks not going to move things around. Dude, he was saying sorry for cussing in real life, and I was like, what is this? It seems like I'm watching, like, I don't know. It just felt weird. What do we got here? You guys, I mean, what do we got? 5 minutes for you guys to rip the like button up? I don't think you got it today, but dude, I solved my my chest problem, like where it just keeps getting like ripped up. I haven't had that in like a week. I was throwing around some weight this morning too. It felt pretty good. Little 5x5 at 225. I'm almost back, man. I am almost back. Bitcoin's just ripping. Is Coinbase going too? Not really. Not really. PayPal I don't like. Guys, I just don't like that much. Like, if like we hit the Coinbase, like tiny stop outs on like Lyft and Baba, and now it's just like, all right, well, we're up a bunch for the week. I just need like really, really high quality setups, and if I don't see them, I just don't trade. That's the thing that a lot of you guys need to get over. It's just like, is DFS a buyer after this? DFS. Oh, a buy? You mean like Discovery or something? It depends. You got to see how it reflects in their earnings a few quarters. Initially, the acquiring company goes down because they're using capital in order to do it, and then the acquired company goes up because they're getting acquired at most of the time at a premium. But I mean, those deals are always built for them to make more money. So, yeah, PayPal's lacking the juice. And this is what I was saying. Like, you guys got to get it through your heads. Like, even like VO and a lot of other you guys in here, it's like you guys have all been to school at some point or worked jobs at some point. Every single day, there's certain things that you have to do in order to maintain employment. In trading, you don't have to do anything ever. Zero. Even when you guys are on here like, do this, do this, do that. And when I'm streaming, it's just like, no. If I don't see anything that I really like, I'm not doing anything. There's no point. There's no point. Because everybody's just going to go chop themselves around. And if you made gains, you're just going to chop into them. And then you're going to sit here thinking, why was I such a dum-dum trying to trade when there wasn't a high quality setup? That is the one thing, though, that you guys got to keep in mind when we're swinging. It's like, yeah, it's like there are going to be weeks and months where you make more money than you ever thought possible in the market. Think about like the last 4 months with us when I've been calling out like we had a Firm and Mara back to back. We had AMD. We had so many nasty trades firing off. PayPal we hit a few times. That like I know a lot of you guys were just absolutely slaughtering it. Like we had one guy make 200 grand on the AMD trade. So like you have to think to yourself, you can't then start to try and hunt for trades that just aren't there. You like withdraw your money, take it out and reset yourself, because if you withdraw the big gains that you guys have made, you're going to be like, well, now I'm at square one again. I can't screw it up. Now you have to do it again. But what does that thought process allow you to do? Well, it makes you hunt for the same high quality setups that were getting you to those big gains before. If you just leave the money in your account, I mean, I'm not telling you guys what to do. I'm just going through the thought process. You can do whatever the heck you want. But if you then think that you have a giant buffer, what does that cause you to do? It causes you to take less, like, let's say it's like a sliding scale on a grading scale, where like we take A+ setups, run up our accounts a crazy amount because our risk is solid, we're nailing the trades, we're executing them perfectly, and our accounts go up a bunch of percent. But let's say now that you have that big buffer, now you're trying to take B- C+ setups. What happens? It's like chop down, chop down, chop down, chop down. Why? Just hunt for the A+ setups. Like imagine if you guys could just look for the really high quality ones that we see all the time and then just trade those. Why are you trying to do anything else? It doesn't make sense. But I can see why a lot of you guys are like sometimes can mess that up, because at what I said earlier, where it's like everybody's programmed to think that they have to do something every single day. With trading, it's not the case. Most of the time, you don't need to do anything. Zero. It makes more sense to just sit on your hands and do nothing. That's probably going to be one of the days for me today. Move those big gains into shares only account and hold that as well. Exactly. Or take the money out and go throw it out the window. I don't know. Do something with it. Like you can do whatever you want. But if that's a problem for you, then you got to figure out a way to solve it. Which that's a decent one. There's a lot of different ways to solve it. It's sizing down. It's doing a lot of like keeping your position sizing the same even if you go up for a while and then you hit some more trades and you're like, all right, now I've built a little bit of a more buffer. Now I can take A+ setups with like a little bit more size. like dollar amount size, but your risk is still the same. 225 is pretty good for reps. Yeah, I got sleeper build, bro. That's just me. It's because I'm like 6'2". Like, you guys, remember when I started streaming, used to think that I was short? It's because I'm 6'2". Like, it has to go a lot of different places. So, all right, guys. It's 10:30. We're probably going to be wrapping it up here for today. Again, if you wouldn't mind hitting that like button on the way out, it makes it easier to find the streams when we go live tomorrow, because we're live every single day. But those of you guys that still need to hop into the Mastermind, what do you call it? That before I send those links out to everybody on Sunday and we throw the link in the live chats here, and I'll throw it on my Instagram too. So again, that account now has like 21,000 followers, which is kind of crazy. Thank you guys. But yeah, once you guys are in the Mastermind, let me know. I'd love to welcome you to the group. It's not a group, but like, I'd love to welcome you guys into it when we go to start. So, I mean, kind of slow day, guys. There's not much to do. Bitcoin ripping. If you own a bunch of crypto, you're having a good time. Let's see. Is throwing money out of the window part of the training program? No, sorry. We hit 150 with the exit likes? No, you didn't. You're at 116. Sorry. How do you resist the urge to do something? I mean, I always have other things to do, like either work for masterminds, courses, videos, or stuff like that. But like, do other things. You don't have to sit here all day. If you have price alerts on your phone, like, think about that. If you have price alerts on your phone for the, let's just say it's the swing trades, price alerts. I don't have to be at my computer ever. I don't need to. I could go walk around in Boston all day long, and if a price alert hits, I'm gonna have it on my phone, and I go, boom, done. All right, back to my normal life. It's very, very, very simple and laid back with the way that I trade. So, all right, guys, I will see you later, Mastermind people.